spoiler-filled recap of The Stars Are Dying by Chloe C. Peñaranda. So this is to catch you up on everything that happened in this book before we move on to book 2, The Night is Defying. And if you would like to join in with our read-along for The Night is Defying, drop a comment down below and we will send you the cards and invite you to the DM group over on Instagram. Asteria can't remember anything about what happened in her life before Hector found her, and he has locked her away for her own safety for the last about 5 years. She's not really sure what is happening, but it seems like Hector does regularly take her blood, and she's not really sure what that's about either. Her friend Cassia is the country's champion for the Libertarium, and the winner of the Libertarium will be the country that is then granted protection from the vampires. There are 3 different types of vampires in this world. There are some that drink blood, there are some that will suck your soul, and there is the 3rd kind that are very, very scary and kind of do a bit of it. Asteria escapes Hector and fatally stabs him, and she travels with Cassia and her guard Calix to the central where the Libertarium trials are going to be happening. En route, Cassia is killed. Asteria knows that we need to have a champion in the Libertarium to be able to provide some kind of protection for their country, so she takes Cassia's place and impersonates her in the trials ahead. She's helped to do this by the mysterious Knight, who is somebody that she hears in her head but she doesn't always see, and other people don't seem to hear him either. Throughout the trials, Asteria befriends another opponent, Rosalind, and also the prince, Dristan. Asteria uncovers a plan that Rosalind and Cassia had known each other for years, and they had been plotting to uncover the Knight's death and save all of the kingdoms. The Knight's death is a being that will bring darkness on all of the worlds. He is thought to be the big bad, and they suspect that Dristan is the Knight's death. Meanwhile, Asteria starts to get closer to Knight, and she discovers that he is a prisoner of the kings, locked in a sort of dungeon under the castle. She manages to release him, and they spend a very steamy night together. It's revealed that Knight is in fact the Knight's death. He is also Dristan's half-brother, and that Hector was not dead. He returns. However, he's only returned for a little bit because Knight kills him because of everything that Hector did to Asteria. It's shown that Hector was stealing blood from Asteria, and he was selling it for a high cost because her blood has some sort of magical properties. Hector also reveals that Asteria is the Star Maiden and that she and Knight are fated to be together. The Star Maiden is one of the Celestials who have been absent for the last 300 years and thought to be a myth. They have a sort of power for good, but it's not yet clear in book 1 quite what that's going to be. Hector had also been drugging Asteria for years, and so Knight has to wean her off these drugs, and this was done to hide her Star Maiden abilities. Knight faces off against Dristan to be able to cross the veil into the land where the celestial beings are, and he lets it slip to Asteria that while they are fated to be together, she is also bonded to somebody else. We've got a couple of other key plot points that I need to mention just to get us all ready for book 2. First of all, the king, who I think is probably one of the big bad guys. He has been kidnapping Fae to be able to fight in his army against the Celestials. This is completely against their will. And also a couple of key characters to mention. We have got Zaf, who was Asteria's bodyguard. And we have got Davina, who was a handmaid. She is a fae, and she is able to turn into a cat. Okay, now you're all caught up on everything to do with The Stars Are Dying. So we'll see you for book 2 starting very soon.